What's up, guys? We are at a big day today. The roof trusses are all gone in the front all the way to the bathroom, and we're getting ready to rebuild some stuff. I'm going to go through quite a bit here, so hopefully I can get all of this without doing a bunch of takes. Anyway, roof trusses are out, and I wanted to show you what they look like. I was really concerned about whether or not the roof was structural. Of course it's structural, but how's it tied together? The frame, the aluminum frames right here, there was a basically piece of 2x2 setting on top of this that they screwed down from the top. The sides of the joists set just barely. I don't know that you can see this, but there's the joist itself, or the roof truss itself is setting on the frame by maybe 3/8 of an inch, and then they nailed it from the side into the edge of the truss, and then the sheeting comes down and sets on top of this, it gets screwed down as well, and that's your roof system. They wrap it around the TPO or EPDM or whatever they're using around the side, and then they put the gutter into the outside wall. So we're going to go back differently, and I'm going to tie all this together. I'm going to walk you through how we're going to build a roof, because it's not that difficult, and you guys can do it at home once you kind of see what's going on. But I also wanted to talk about water damage and keeping water out of this thing. This has been the wet side. This is the reason this whole thing started. Again, we bought this thing about a year ago. I walked the roof. I was new to camping, all right, so I didn't know completely what I was looking for. Noah's popular today. Anyway, I didn't.
Shit, I gotta take this.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, hit pause. Sorry about that, guys. I hit the little pause thing. We're doing this on the fly here, but Noah had an important phone call he had to take. So back to oxidation. Aluminum does rust, just takes longer, and that's what this is going on. Just aluminum oxidation. I've seen it before. It's not that big a deal. I'm just taking a DA sander. I've got some pretty worn out 40 grit, and I'm blowing all this apart. I'm just sanding it to prep it, because when we put the sheeting back, we're gonna glue it from the outside. We're gonna fasten it from the outside. There's a couple different ways. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do that exactly. It's gonna depend on strength. But anyway, don't think that aluminum's not breaking down on you, because that's what's going on there. So we've got the shape of this. I'll show you how to build those after a while. We've got the truss that is barely held onto the frame. We've got the top piece of 2x that's screwed down from the top. The sheeting comes down here. The whole thing comes together, and it's nailed from this side. So basically what's happening when you're going down the roof is the roof can flex this way. It was built into that. It just is what it is, right? The other thing we've got is really crummy. This is insulation from the factory, and we haven't been into this. It's about a 2.5, 3-inch thick layer of rock wool. Your air conditioning is built out of this styrofoam stuff. The wires lay in there and hang out. The roof trusses, this is a factory roof truss, and without the OSB on top, you can see the flex in it, maybe. It doesn't take much to flex these things. There's some flex, and that's just with me, let alone my 230 walking on this thing. We're gonna rebuild this thing. We're gonna go back a little stronger. I'm definitely considering weight. It'll make more sense as we get further down in here, but I want to show you how to build a roof truss, or at least how I'm going to build it, because it's not that complicated. What we've done is we've got a piece of 3/8 plywood. We're going to take 2 pieces of 3/8 plywood. There's not that much there. We're going to take I haven't decided if I'm going to cut a 2x2 down or just use the whole thing, but a 2x2 will go right here. Another one is going to follow this curve. We're going to put a couple of stands up in here, We're gonna drill some round holes in this thing because we're gonna want to keep airflow going in here, and we need a wire chase. So I don't want to seal each one of these joist bays up. But all we did, took a piece, I ripped a piece down to get it close. I set it down on the frame. I got it side to side. I took a pencil, and from the outside of the nose is right here. From the outside of the nose, I just used the pencil. I traced the shape, put it on the saw, cut it down. We've got our arch. So as soon as we put the 2x2s in here, we're gonna have our first truss, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. This one's a little tall, but we're moving this back so it'll set like this, and a piece of sheeting is gonna come down and go over the top of this, over the top of the truss, and come in. This is the way it was constructed, and I like it. It's gonna come into the top of this. We're gonna screw the sheeting, we're gonna screw the top nose cone into the roof deck sheeting. That's the way it was built. Again, I like it. And then once we start doing the roof system, it's all gonna be installed. So if you guys wanna DIY one of these things, that's how you tear it down. Don't be afraid of it. It's aluminum. It's aluminum structure, styrofoam, and a Luan. The hardest part about this is getting all the Luan off because they glued everything together, which is fine. I would have done the same thing. We're going back this way. So this is what it looks like. The nose cone's on temporarily. We're gonna do some trusses, and I'll come back to it and show you what a truss looks like. That's all we've got for now.